Hello, Baron Amarillo 2018 Rioja Styly in the house. Welcome along to my shed of dreams. Coming together? Yes, it is. Right. And welcome along to the channel if you're new. If you are, please like and subscribe because that's what makes the world go round and makes things take off and progress and flourish and all the rest of the things. Architrave. Yes. Following on from that last little clip, what's that stuff you put around the doorways? Architrave. Doesn't begin with F at all, does it? Right. I am literally down to my last pieces of offcuts with little markings, and they're all numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bits of stuff everywhere. So I popped out this morning. I said popped out. Went to Southampton. Yesterday it was Christchurch. And we got there and I could have ripped the man's head off. Not literally, because that would be illegal. Celotex, 40 quid for a big bundle. No sizes, but it looked like sort of 600 wide by sort of 1200, 4 foot. And got down there and they were 350 wide. And he only paid 30 quid for the bundle a year ago. He had it and didn't use it. So if you're watching, geezer, I wasn't happy. I spent 4 hours in my car yesterday. All that fuel stuck in traffic. Yeah, I didn't really need that. You could have put the size. When I got there, you went, oh, I did put the size on it. You didn't, right? And mugged me over. So I walked away from there, really not happy. Anyway, every cloud has a silver lining. And I met a nice chap today in Southampton and managed to purchase 6 whole sheets, £10 a sheet, 8 by 4, exactly what I need to finish. Actually, it's a little bit more than what I need actually. So I have been all right. Quality. It's been very quiet recently. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so yeah, we've got a couple of rows in there. Need to do another couple of rows there. Then this infill part above the lighting system. Not sure what I'm going to be doing yet with this. Whether I can utilise that little bit of space up there, because space is a premium, isn't it? So I don't know. Yeah, those parts numbered 1 to 4 is 1, 2, 3, and 4, just to give that the 5th row up here, so I can finish that off, covering those cables, and then get the Celotex all in there. But my major thing today, what I've managed to achieve in all of my dopiness, is the doors. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors on, and I have. I've blown them on. Look. Let's have a bit of a stand back. Let's do that. It goes up into the top there. Perhaps I need to go a bit. I need a bit more penetration there with that bolt. Okay. And now I've got to go around with the door stop on this side doing stuff. Can't really get back far enough to. Here we go. I am going to get a 3rd hinge, T-hinge. That's what these are called, T-hinges. And I've managed to put them, instead of having the big T part out here, I've managed to put it in there. Look, it's surely jiffy, isn't it? I had to countersink these holes this side because the countersink is the other side, if you can imagine. So it should be out there, but I've managed to do that, and they are solid, nice galvanized hinges. They're huge, and they were the princely sum of, how much were these? I think they're 18 inches. Massive, great galvanized. They're beautifully made, nice and heavy. £3.84 each. You really can't grumble with that. You really can't. I've done a bit of doorstop here, and I've also added this piece on this door because I had a dog of a job. Let's bring this door in to close it up. There we go. I had an absolute mare of a job, because if those of you that are keen-eyed will see that down there's about 15 mil, and up here's about 30 mil. The whole shed, not only is it pissed that way, it's also pissed that way. So I've had to shimmy that down and do the exact opposite, so it's bigger at the bottom there, and chamfer it up, take some off, so just so I've got some kind of alignment going on here. Doesn't look too bad, does it? It looked fucking horrendous, and it took me all yesterday afternoon to do that. I had the circular saw going up, and in the end I had to get the huge belt sander out to it's not bad, the gap's not too bad. And once I've got the sort of architrave piece on the front here and there, 45 degree in it, that'll keep the weather out, because the weather, like I say, comes from the other side. It doesn't come from this way. On the odd rare occasion it does, but generally that's not hinge bound. Well, it is, isn't it? Let's be honest, it is, because I'm crap at this sort of stuff. But it's not. I think it's just the weight and the way the slight angle, probably a degree or two out on one of those hinges, so it sort of, it likes to be open. So that's where we're at. One thing I neglected to think about was ventilation, and I've ordered stuff and I've got to pick it up tomorrow. I'm quite happy with that. Oh, I've got big things on the horizon as well for this. It's gizmo gadget wise, I didn't think I did too bad with those doors. Like that, you're supposed to have them that way, not that way, because that one supports that and that one supports that. Stops the door drooping, apparently. It's what the man said. What the man says goes. Probably dropping parachutists somewhere. Well, I can't see him because the clouds have been low today, but normally good fun watching them jump out, especially the ones that forget to put the parachutes on. That's hilarious. You know, pop and go, they call it. Yeah, so where was I? Oh yes, the mother of all thingy. Before that ventilation. Now I have ordered an X-Tractor fan and fan isolator switch and a box, but I didn't need a box because I'm going to sink it in. Two places I could possibly put the extractor. One of them being just here with the 4-inch grill, which was actually 6 inches overall, with a 4-inch internal diameter grill, and it's one of those grills with the flappy flaps on, not just open vent, because it, you know, on a really, in the winter you get an Arctic blowing in through there because there's nothing to stop it coming through. But with the flappy one, the flaps sort of stay shut generally. I am going to put some floor grills in. I'm going to drill a series of holes in the floor underneath the units, put the grills in there before I put the kick plate on. So there will be oxygen coming in through and then exiting either there or over here somewhere around here. Not quite sure where yet. I can't go that way because it's a neighbour's garden. I don't really want to be venting because I'm going to be doing soldering. I'm a bit of a weak man, innit? No, I'm not. Of course I'm not. I've never done that before in my life. Don't take him seriously because I'm not a serious person. And kids, just fast forward that bit. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, extractor. I have put a pull cord on it. It will come on with these main lights, so the circuit will become live with these main lights, and you can isolate it obviously with the pull cord. I thought about getting a humidistat, but then again, it's more sort of bathroom steam affair, isn't it? A humidistat controller automatically puts your fan on in your bathroom when you start farting and putting the shower on and things. it just senses the humidity and goes on and off forthwith, sort of thing. So yeah, I've got ventilation coming. Well, I've got to pick it up tomorrow. So grill, extractor fan, isolator switch. Always best to put an isolator switch in, guys, if you're installing any sort of extraction, because it's not always marked up at the mains board that there's an extractor fan on whichever circuit you're trying to kill to work on the extractor fan if it ever breaks in the future. So just fitting in an isolator switch, you can just flick it off. That kills the live neutron on the switch line. Yeah, it's just simple sensibility stuff, isn't it? Right, the main thing is all to do with what this building I'm constructing is going to be for, and it's going to be sort of like a little workshop and store garage for our mobility scooters, of which, if I carry on like this, I'll be in it more often than I care to. I really wasn't in a good way this morning, but like I say, Caroline drove and we went to get this Celotex, and because I've perked up, the medication I'm taking, the painkiller medication, is really awesome. Naproxen is fantastic. Yeah. Anti-inflammatory painkiller, brilliant. I can't take Coca-Cola, does nothing for me, and it makes my tits grow. So yeah. Anyway, so yes, going back to the mobility scooter garage / workshop restoration shed of dreams, I'm going to need to get them in here. And that isn't going to be easy because we've got a slope that way and we've got a slope coming down there. So I have insomnia. It's all part of, I take 9 different medications, and the lupus, if you Google lupus, you'll see that it mimics many things very well. That's why it's very difficult to pin it down and diagnose with it, but they've managed to do that with me, fortunately. It mimics things extremely well. And I can't remember where I was going with that, because I'm stupid and I've got brain fog. No, I'm saying brain fog. Go away. Go away. Yes. Where was I? Oh, yes. Insomnia. So I had about an hour and a half last night. I don't feel any worse for it, to be honest. I'm quite happy with the insomnia. It doesn't really, I don't lay there thinking, oh God, I need to go. What's the point? Worrying solves nothing. Doesn't matter what you're doing in life. Don't worry about it, because you can't think it. So I was laying there and I got up and I went downstairs. 3:30, I was eating Weetabix. Winston was having some of his biscuits and a boiled egg and a cup of coffee. Yes, I know coffee doesn't really, but when you're up and about and you're bright-eyed, bushy tailed, it doesn't matter, does it? No, it really doesn't matter. And it was then, and only then, that I came up with a feat of engineering Isambard Kingdom Brunel would have been really happy with if he'd have seen my plans that I haven't drawn up. It's all in here. Ready for this? Right. The trusses off the floor run that way. Not that way, they're that way, and they're all raised up off the ground, off the concrete, by the little shims, the little plastic shims. Here they are, 20mm one end and bugger all at the other end, and they've got teeth and they interlock, so you can sort of bang them in against another one and it raises up and so on and so forth. You know all that already because you've seen that already. So I have space where I can create a ramp. Are you following? Let me explain. Let's shut that. No, let's leave that open. Let's leave that open. We've got this horrible slope. All right. The floor is level, and you can see that gradient, that fall there. It's probably only, I don't know, about about 4 degrees, 5 degrees, something like that. But it's enough to really balls up any sort of hopes of rubberized thing. Because you imagine coming down here and that ramp comes up to about there, so you've got a 2-inch step already you've got to climb over. And this side of the ramp you've got a 5-inch step or 4.5-inch step. So you need something. And my infinite stupidity thought up about getting some runners and some pieces of wood, which I have plenty of. Ouch, getting some runners and starting off sort of like this last sort of 1200, 1300, from there to there is about 1300. So I could reach it, just do a metre. And I could have some runners coming out on wheels. So this one's virtually ground level. And then obviously the wood gets deeper and deeper and deeper with the runners on it. Four rows of runners. So 1, 2, 3 and perhaps 4, something like that. A guide that it comes in and out of. Do you follow me? So when it comes out, it's already compensated for that gradient that is there, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Answers on a postcard, please. If you'd like to comment down below. Yeah, you can see my dilemma. I'm going to need to sort of come down here safely. I can't build a ramp because it is our exit gate behind there. Look, that's our entrance to the back. That's a car park outside there. Of course, I can't build anything up here because by the time down here, that's a good 9 inches from down there up to that level there. A good, what, 8 or 9 inch, 8.5, I'd say. That's like a, you just can't do it because you've got to bring your shopping in and all that kind of stuff. So I'm construct this like a framework. Probably, I don't know, probably have aluminium L-shaped brackets, L-shaped tube. What do you reckon? Aluminium would last a lot longer than wood, wouldn't it? I'm so funny. I don't know how I do it for the money. I really don't. I really don't. So there, that's my plan. That's what I come up with at 3:30 this morning while stuffing my face with Weetabix. Right, I'm just going to stop babbling there because I really have to crack on before. If I stop, I can't get up now. I'm going to have to roll around on the floor and pull myself up somehow. It hurts. My feet are the worst thing. My hands all swollen. My internal organs are enlarged. It's not. They don't hurt per se. It's just. It's shit, isn't it? But I'm still kind of mobile-ish, and I'm able, against advice, to do this stuff. Well, I've got to do it because I can't afford to pay someone to come and do it. But yeah, answers on a postcard about this ramp idea. I think it's plausible. I think it will work. Yeah, my legs are hurting. I've got to go. Yeah. Please help me out if you can. Just throw some ideas at me. What you think would work for that? Like a kitchen drawer affair coming out here about 13 or 1400. So I've got plenty of scope to come in there, like so. Ow, pain. Someone else is hobbling around up there. Look, you right? Yeah. Horrible, isn't it? Yeah, a couple of old farts. Even the dog's feeling it, aren't you, fella? Right, catch you later, guys. See yous in a bit. Rock on, Tommy. Ooh, I could crush a grape. Ooh. Don't. Just don't. Right, I've been out the front of the house with the Marks and Spencer's trolley, and we have ferried through the 3 second or possibly third hand units from the early 80s, which are very well made and very heavy. And hither they are. Now I've writted it all down. So I've got those wall units, and I've got those base units, and I've got that in total to play with. And that's that in total. So yeah, brew, chops, radio off, and this is what I'm left with. It all needs fixing. As you can see, it's all damaged, but it's nothing that can't be easified, is it? Needs to be fixed. Where are we? Oh, there's another one there. Because it was literally put together properly in the first place, so I had to damage to remove. You can see. Yeah, not all of the units are like that. Oh my god, it's just had a fur. I think Caroline's put some blurb on there to get rid of that grease. So if I put this unit on the floor, she can get to the one below it without tripping over. Yeah. Hello, darling.
Hello.
So yeah, this is what we are kind of. There is an awful lot of it, I've got to say, and most of it is in need of glug. Some glug. So we've got another three door unit by 600 wide. That's the base of it, and all the drawers, shelves, even all the drawer backs and sides and fronts there. We've gone for the lovely old light oak effect made out of pine. Lots of doors and drawers and fair panels. There's just lots of it. So just lots of it needs fixing and gluing. So first things first, isn't it, is to work out what's going where. What do I keep, what do I throw? The stuff that isn't being used is going to be more taken apart, because I need this chipboard, for want of a better word. It's got to be that thickness, which is great because we have tons of it, because I need that to go in the back here, to slide down in here and fix up there. So I've got something to fix my board to, the shiplaps to. Obviously I've got 3 points of contact there and the points of contact up there, but there's nothing here, so these bits will be flippy flapping. So I need to get those woods down in there, glued, screwed, nice and secure, so I've got something to fix these ends of these boards to finish it off. That will be the PIR sensor, so when you open the door the lights will come on automatically. Okay, we're in. What else to show you? Funny fan. Do you know what? That sucks. Oh, Easy, you're so funny. I know. So, got that in. That's running off of a spurred down from a socket to the 3 amp. In actual fact, the manufacturers say it needs a 1 amp fuse, so I need to find a standard British plug, BS standard, something 8351, something or other, 1 amp. So I need to get down the pound shop, I think. Now, wall units. I just showed you those two because Caroline's cleaning the tops off. I haven't really got an awful lot of wall space, so I was thinking of just putting one on top of another, you know, just in a corner somewhere, just for the, you know, the oils and the antifreezes and the degreasers, you know, and the ionized water and all that kind of the heavy fluids, the liquids. So they're sort of basically sat on the floor, apart from those little black feet. on the bottom one. I want to put some of them on it just so it's raised off the floor, bit of airflow. Then it came to me in a flash that they are 29 inches high. Now if you add, I've got this first unit in, this drawer unit, pretty much set to the height I want it at. It's low. And there is a good reason for that. It's because I am soon going to be whizzing around in here on my little Clark mobile stool with the wheels on the bottom that you can raise up and down. Because I won't be able to stand up there forever and ever, mate. So I'm going to have like a little racetrack here. So I can whiz up and down the work surface doing my stuff. So I was thinking to myself, the old tin shed, the work surface was too high. I was sort of sat down and the work surface was like here. Not really, but it felt like it was there. So it needs to be down here still. So I have sat that at that height. I have had the stool in here and I've sat there and I've looked at it. And it is fantastic, that height. Now, here's the good part. Adding together the thickness of the worktop on here, 40 mil, that leaves between there and there 29 inches, which would also support that roof truss. It was meant to be, wasn't it? Properly meant to be. So I'm happy with that. I've got a few more little tricks up my sleeve to utilise the space that I have gained. Some of those things being like, if you look at the wall, it just looks like wooden paneling and that's it. But there's you'll have like a drawer top which will flip up and lock into place, and then you can unclip it and fold it back down out the way. They're really good. I want to make some sort of tool storage and screwdriver storage racks, if you like. And I'm going to be using black conduit. I was going to be using this conduit to do the wiring externally, conduit, make it look a bit industrial and all that kind of thing. Now, if it was a huge workshop, yeah, I would have done that, but I would have done it in galvanized steel, 20 mil threaded and all that. That would have been brilliant. Have little sort of swan neck lights coming off every meter. That would look brilliant. But it's a little shed, isn't it, effectively? So I'm going to be utilizing this tube in such a way that I can just slot my screwdrivers into the tube thus, and drill bits and things like that. I have an awful lot of air tools to go with the compressor that's dead nearly. I'm in two minds about using that compressor because A, it's really old. B, I've never really drained it out properly as you should do regularly to let the water out so it doesn't rust inside. C, I have repaired the seal on it 3 times, and there's an observation window for the oil level. I've had to physically plug that up with big washers and sealant. I probably saw that in a video about 3 years ago. So, and it's only a 25 litre. I want something a bit bigger, a bit more horsepower. So, yeah, like I said, I've got all these air tools that I've never used. And I can tell you that because when I was clearing the shed out, I opened a couple of cabinets up and they were packed full to the rafters with air chisels, pneumatic wheel nut removers, pneumatic staplers, you name it, it's in there. My Milwaukee, the long thin battery ratchet, yeah, got that in air gun, about 3 of them. And the reason they were never used is because every time I needed to use something like that, they've always been in the back of a cupboard somewhere, I couldn't remember, that was completely non-accessible because I've put bits of motorbike in front of it. So I want those parts clipped to the bloody walls so I can just go, right, fuck it. There it is. I haven't got to look for it. I haven't got to search for it. My favourite screwdrivers will be in a row. My favourite spanners will be all lined up. I will know where every 10mm socket is. It'll be right there in front of me. That's the purpose of this workshop, so I can just get everything with an outstretched arm. That's the plan anyway. Anyway, a brew's going cold. I'm sure your brew's going cold too. So make sure you return after the advert, and I'll see you in a second. Howdy ho. Right, units are paired up with their doors that have been cleaned meticulously with the old masonry brush and soapy water and some degreaser. Obviously, being out of a kitchen, you can imagine, can't you? Now, luckily, I always said, and I always will say, and that's it. That's it. The bottom line is, never. Come on, join in. Never throw anything away. Never until you've finished the job. And even then, if you've got a bit of space, keep some stuff in reserve. That's the old floorboards for the original shed. They're going to be going up the back. I think I've already said that, haven't I, about a million times. Now, as you know, I've rescued this this kitchen basically from the skip of doom. Look at this solid wood doors. No bloody MDF shit here. It's proper wood. You just can't buy that these days. Brass handles, solid brass handles. I love it. The only unit I'm keeping now is that 4-drawer one because a lot of my tools fit in there. But as you know, I'm going to be making some sort of wreckage to slide all the tools in. That unit is now going because up against this stuff, that looks so tacky and nasty and cheap. Just saying. Right. I can't remember where I got that stuff from. I think it was it was a freebie old kitchen. But yeah, all that went in favour of this. But I thought, well, I'll keep bits and pieces. So that's the only one that's going to be staying. Right, what I'm here talking to you about now is repairing. Okay, this one, I had to use my Gorilla wood glue. Unfortunately, my proper wood glue had run out. So that's been repaired with a big clamp on it. This one is still gluing. This is the 3-drawer tier one. That's clamped and should be done now. But I mean, hopefully that'll hold together. But what I'm going to do is just reinforce and perhaps one at the back there, because there used to be one there. Look, no longer there. We've been through everything and we have no strengthening boards. This stuff looks jolly good as a candidate, doesn't it? If I drill down some, what are these? That's got to be 12 mil down. They are massive. So I need to sort that out, get something put in there, prise that apart gently, feed that bit in, glue, screw, clamp. Job's a good one. What have we got left over? Right, we have these 2 pieces of woodness. That's all good. These were originally from a very tall floor to ceiling, like one of those wardrobe unit sort of thing. And this is a part of it as well. No, that was the lid for the cooker hood extractor. So that's surplus to requirements. As are, oh, thundering, as are these. Not sure what happened to that, but anyway, like we say, we've got the 3 drawers there for the 3 drawers. This is a wall unit, full size, 600 by 29 inches tall. That is a wall unit, same as, that's got its own door. Base unit, 400 width, drawer and door, that's there. 500 base unit, drawer and door, that's there, just needs cleaning. And then we have, like I say, the kitchen sink unit, which is obviously drawer there, but I've got a load of crap in it at the moment. And these are 500 because it's 1,000 unit. So we've got a door there for there, and a full-size door there for that, 29 inches. Now, they had it that this door opens that way, and this door opens that way. as you can see from the old hinge holes. Not quite sure what's going on there. I would have preferred that to be opening, you know, like a book would, sort of thing. Would. See what I did there? Oh, so funny. I know. And last but not least, we have this 600 full width unit, full height unit with drawer and door. So that goes in there. Now this one's broken a lot. Well, not as good as the trio of drawers out there, but this one it's knackered. That is just blown, isn't it? That's gone. There's nothing really to fix to there. So going back to my first statement at the start of this snippet, never throw anything away. The old bed that we ripped apart was solid wood. I wanted to keep everything because that's I had visions in my head of what I was going to build out of this old wooden bed. Suffice to say, a lot of it's gone now. That part and the part on the rear side is the both sides of the 7 foot by 6'9" super queen size bed, or super king size, whatever it's called. And these parts are parts of the struts that went along. There's lots of information on there, like so. But, and although it's just offcuts of wood that is not particularly straight for any reason, the strength's there. This is a hardwood. That is a very heavy piece of hardwood. Yes, it is hardwood, but it's straight that way, which is the important part. So that is going to go probably, I'll have to sit that back a bit. I was going to do these pieces, which are straight, but it hasn't, there's not a lot in it, is there? There's more meat thickness wise in that. But that is the same as, or near as, damn it, thickness of the original, like that. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to be chopping that whichever end and sticking that either double thickness there. I could then run down with the circular saw, couldn't I, to get a straight edge there. This is bowed as well, isn't it? Will that fit in there, sort of thing? I don't know. I will sort it out. But that's what I'm going to be going around doing, is fixing these units that are broken. Plus, and the other one over there, the 3 drawer tall one. I need to do a bit at the back. That's what I'm going to be doing. Then this, basically get the units in here and have a game of 3 cups with the units, getting the units where I want them, basically. I was thinking of having a draw unit this end, obviously, and then a draw unit that end. But then you're knackered, aren't you, for if you wanted to go along the end there. Now the tall units, I think we already spoke about those, the wall units, fit on there perfectly up to the trusses. So that bottom of the trusses. But body's saying no, and I've really got to start this, and I've got a job to move this hand. And what else went tits up this morning? So another part of my body went boobs up. Oh, don't know. But I mean, you might be able to see it in my eyes. I'm like fighting it, staying awake. It's the only thing really that keeps me going, I'll tell you for nothing, is the radio. There's a while you get the music going and the time flies by and you're singing verbally, not sorry Win, he's not happy. Oh Jesus Christ, I've got the fan here to blow it around to distribute it. The fart distributor is right there. It works beautifully. Right, leave me to it. I'm starting to waffle, which is shit. Next time you see the unit should be in and fixed to the wall. all leveled up completely to within nano thingy, because I'm going to get the green what was that, the Green Hornet level, get that out and make sure it's all level. Simple as that, isn't it? It's all you can do. Good. I'm getting that ready for the worktop, which is already cut. I think I showed that in the last video. There's the 3 lengths there that is ready to go in here, which comes out to about here. Effectively, it's about 660, 670 deep. I thought it was over 700, but the scaffold boards are a bit narrower than what I thought. There are 220 odd each. Time you've allowed for a bit of grit and dirt and snot. Yeah, just about 260, about 660 depth, which is about 70 mil short of what I had before. Bigger than what I had before. Right, I'm going. Catch you in a bit, guys. They've improved it. It's actually wood colour, almost clear when it dries, not that brown. Well done, England, in your Eurovision Song Contest thing. 2-1? No, penalties. 1-1. I don't know, but they're 1, so that's good. In the Shattered Dreams, guys, tonight, well, all day, pretty much, apart from going out this morning to, where did I go to this morning? Looking Ascot or somewhere to pick up a record player. I know. Anyway, this evening, it's about 10 o'clock now. I've just finished drilling and banging and hammering. The kitchen units are in. They are level. They are more level than something measured on a NASA spirit level. Trust me. To the umpteenth micron. They are level, and they're staying that way too. Honestly, that bloody laser level, wherever it is, that is a brilliant piece of kit. So, it's in. It's fucking absolutely solid. Kev, even you can sit on this and it wouldn't break, fella. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just mucking about. Yeah, so when we have a sleepover in the Shattered Dreams, you know, we've got the teacock. Right? Hope no one's looking. There's a bit of a gap in the door there. Big screen up here. Gonna have TV on, Android Fire Stick. We've got video games. We'll have a little bar, you know, bush. A couple of bunk beds over there in the steerage where you guys can sleep. Okay. Where do I get my material from? I don't know. I'm just funny. Bill me. I don't know. So anyway, I've got these boards under there. These 3 there are going to be going 3 deep on the top of this here. This one, this big long one, has been out. Well, it's been drying in the sunshine all afternoon because some twat left them outside last night. Yeah. Anyway, so these units here, all these different storage containers, are going to be too high, as in 2, not as in too high. Right. So 1, 2, I think they're 350, so that's 900, no, 700 there. So you've got your worktop level, you've got your 700 level like that. So, and because I've got 3 towers, effectively, I'm going to have a tower at that end, tower in the middle, and a tower here. Then that board there goes on top of these to make a fucking shelf. They do, I'm telling you. I'll tell thee. So I'm making a shelf. And then in the gaps, I'm going to fit. Do you remember the old LED light fittings used to be on the outside of the shed? Well, that's the guts out of them. They're going to be screwed to the underside of that, the black finger now. 2 Ronnies. Look it up. And yeah, so that'll be the down lightage when I flick one of these to do studying and close-ups and all that kind of stuff. Close-ups? What's this, fucking Reader's Wives or something? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for looking. I'll catch you later, and look forward to our first breaking in of the man shed, stroke, whatever you want to call it up there. Good, isn't it? It's all jolly good.